How to prepare coated peanuts. These are the ingredients for preparing coated peanuts. I've got my dried peanuts here, 2 tablespoonfuls of plain flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 egg, and nutmeg. It's optional. All you need to do is, first of all, you have to parboil your dried peanut in salted water. So now my water is on boiling. So I'm going to add my peanuts, the dry peanut from the shop. Don't overcook the peanuts. Just as you pour it in and it's about to boil, you see, just for about 2 to 3 minutes. You take it off the heat. It's just like blanching it. Take it off the heat and strain it. Strain it into your colander or strainer. Then you transfer this onto a dry tray for it to dry. Leave it, even if the sun is not on, leave it in an airy place for about 30 to 45 minutes for the water to dry out before you start using it for the coated peanuts. This is my dry blanched peanuts. But at this stage, I'm going to prepare my batter to coat the peanuts. With the batter, I've got my plain flour here. So I'm going to add the sugar to the plain flour, 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar to the plain flour. And then a pinch of your nutmeg. This is optional, you can do without it. And my egg, 1 cracked egg. So at this stage, what you do is, if you want the coconut flavor on your peanuts, at this stage you don't add water, you add coconut milk, the milk from the coconut, to get that flavor. But I'm not using coconut flavor, so I'm just going to add fresh milk or water. Here we are. I'm adding about 4 tablespoonfuls of fresh milk, just to make a thick mixture of the flour, sugar, egg, and nutmeg. Just making butter. That's how we call it. Just make butter for the peanuts. You use your whisk to mix it in well till all the lump is gone. So at this stage, you can use your teaspoon to taste for your sugar. If it's not sweet enough, you add a bit more sugar. If it's alright for you, then you use it from there. Meanwhile, you have to set some of the plain flour aside. You set some of the plain flour aside, just the plain flour. So at this stage, what you're going to do is you're going to pour these peanuts into another bowl. The dry blanched peanuts. So at this stage, I'm just going to add the butter. I'm going to scoop the butter with my tablespoon onto the peanut, onto my blanched peanut. Then you mix it. Meanwhile, I've started heating my vegetable cooking oil on a moderate heat. You do it on a moderate heat. You are going to deep fry this peanut. I'm going to scoop a bit more of the butter onto the peanut. And make sure the butter covers the peanuts well. And then you sprinkle, use your hand or spoon or fork to sprinkle sprinkle it over the coated peanut just to separate it up, just to get it separated before you drop it in the oil. If the plain flour is not enough, you add more. You don't use your hand to stir it, if not it will bind it together, because we want the peanut to get separated. So you can use your fork. You can use your fork to stir it up. So at this stage, to get the excess flour out of it, you can pour it back into your colander or strainer and shake it off. Shake the excess flour out of it before you pour it in your oil. See? Now it's separated. Coated peanut ready to be fried. You can just drop few of this coated peanut into your oil and see if it's ready. It's not very ready yet, so you wait for, you give it about 2 to 3 minutes to warm up nicely. I'm just going to use my spatula. Drop it in on the moderate heat. You do it a bit at a time, and then you stir it. Stir it, fry it till it's golden brown. Take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook. Here we are. Our coated peanut is ready. So just take it out of the oil. You leave it to cool. Leave it to cool well, then you store it in an airtight container or a bottle and have it as your snack with chin chin, chips, plantain, or you can have it on its own as a snack. Here we are. Our coated peanut is ready. It can be served on its own as a snack, or it can be served with chin chin, roast plantain, or plantain chips. It can also be served at your party as a starter. So enjoy.